Hello everyone, Hanson here with a part 3, another reading. Let's take a look. We started this reading off with the Three of Pentacles. So this tells me somebody's working or collaborating with somebody else. To recap a little bit for you guys of part 1 and part 2, part 1 was a little bit about feeling you have a masculine who's moving away from a toxic family or group, specifically like a queen bee, and they are moving towards their empress. And they're overcoming, part 2, we saw a little bit more about how they're sort of overcoming their own demons and their resonance and relationship with this toxic family. And I don't want to say the family had bad intentions. They might have just been equally wounded in similar ways. And finally, that realization has happened. So this person is collaborating. They're collaborating on a truth or an Ace of Swords. What truth is that about? But they're trapped. This person they're feeling very stuck. And so they're trying to work with other people to help them. They might even be sharing or talking with friends and family about you. But it's funny because we're running into the truth here, like telling the truth, which is easy to do, right? But they're stuck. They're stuck, like they can't move forward, but they're also thinking of positive things to say about you. Oh, King of Cups. They might be telling their friends how much they feel about you, but also like they're incapable of coming forward and all the possibilities of like, because of this Seven of Cups came out, it's like thinking about maybe how things could have gone if different choices were made. Three of Cups, reconciliation. Like you guys, they're talking with their friends on how things could have gone if interference didn't show up in this relationship, if they chose to follow their gut or do what they were supposed to do. But the truth of the matter is, this person needed to heal. And this whole journey was all part of, I don't want to call this the universe's elaborate ploy to force them into their own healing. And so they were forced to confront their demons and forced to heal, not because they had to, but because they were blessed with the opportunity, because they can't have a healthy relationship with their empress until they get out of their own way and clean up some of this toxicity, toxic people that they're surrounding themselves with and preventing themselves from healing and moving forward is what I'm really feeling. And now they're overcoming these obstacles, possibly by walking away from friends or family or a specific person in their family group and changing their relationship with the family group. They're overcoming. It wanted to be upright, the Three of Swords, but they're overcoming this heartbreak. They're like, I feel like I was betrayed by my family, and they ruined a very loving, beautiful situation for me. And with that Three of Swords reversed, like I almost see someone who's like, I heard swallowing their pride, and I heard the swallowing noise. So somebody might be very, very scared to communicate with you for multiple reasons. I feel like they put themselves between a rock and a hard place. One, I feel like they had a hard time because they may have been talking poorly about you to their friends or something in the past. And now they're kind of like, they have to take accountability for that. But also I feel like this person is like, they've had enough time alone. They've been healing. They've been progressing. I don't know if they've done all the work necessarily, but the Three of Swords reverse would say that their broken heart is behind them and they want to move forward and give you an Ace of Pentacles. I almost feel like your separation wounded them deeply, even if they didn't necessarily want to admit to it. It might have triggered old wounds as well. And then the Tower. What's the Tower? That's interesting. It's almost like this person needs to overcome Four of Wands. This is unexpected. Ace of Pentacles. Like this person's gonna come through and try and give you everything all at once. Because they don't think there's any other way you're gonna say yes. And a death. This person's like transformed. They've come through this death and transformation. They realize they've been holding back and mistreating you. What that was them being forced to see their own toxic behavior that could sabotage this relationship in the future. They also needed to see who you really were, and they needed to heal themselves through this experience, because it showed all the ways that they were lacking in necessary necessity aspects to sustain a healthy long-term relationship. Three of Wands reversed. They're realizing that their ships have passed them by due to this Queen of Wands energy reversed. And they have to deeply heal from these psychological I don't even say psychological wounds, but this psychological manipulation and realization that they were playing into the hands of a manipulator this whole time. When this person's very like anti-control. This person doesn't like to be controlled or steered or directed by like anyone. And so it's very funny that they're realizing they've been being played a fool for so long, and it's pissing them off on the inside. I feel mad, like I'm like I feel very upset with this Page of Cups energy coming out over this Queen of Pentacles. They are hoping that you still feel the same. They want to give you some sort of love. They might come in very gently, very slowly, as to not flare up a lot of your wounds, because I feel you're very Queen of Swords. You're very guarded right now against this person. And again, I see the Emperor, the Chariot, and this Page of Wands. Why is the Chariot reversed? The High Priestess. Because they know that you can see right through them. This person can't just come right in. They might come in very gently, very lightheartedly. But I feel like them choosing to come towards you means a lot of commitment. It means they have to do a lot of work. They can't ease into it and keep pondering and splashing around in the kiddie pool anymore. They have to go deep dive in the ocean in order to come forward to you at all, to even kind of have a chance. Because you not only see right through their BS, you know this person inside and out. You figured them out a long time ago, and they didn't realize that you saw right through them for a while. And this is no surprise to you, but they're apprehensive about coming forward because of this internalized fear that you already know everything. I almost feel like this person thinks you're psychic. Again, they're manifesting you with subconsciously. I don't think they even know it, or you don't know it. There's somebody this is a secret about this person trying to manifest you. What else? Seven of Pentacles, and waiting for those manifestations. It's almost like they're reaching out to you psychically, hoping that you reach out to them, or they're thinking about you, and it's just like a seed growing, slowly festering. Walking away. Overcoming. Yeah. When I'm holding these, we have the Seven of Wands, the Star reversed, and the Eight of Cups. They need to, I feel like them waiting and trying to manifest you, you're actually just sort of healing all by yourself and walking away, and they have to be okay with that. They have to be okay with you overcoming and healing all by yourself, and they have to make a choice whether they want to face you, Queen of Swords, or not, because they don't know what the outcome is going to be, whether it's going to be good or bad. They need to overcome the worst of the situation in order for them to not be so scared, so they can come forward to you for the best of the situations. And then we have the most beautiful Wheel of Fortune card I've ever seen. I think this is amazing. Look how it mirrors. The Wheel of Fortune coming out reversed is kind of interesting because it's talking about repeating karma. So this might have happened to them before, and now they're getting a second chance to sort of redeem themselves in this situation, whereas they may have done this multiple times before. This could be a repeat cycle for them. Knight of Wands, the Hermit. It's like they want to come forward to you so badly, but they're also like, I need to fix myself in order to be good enough. This person might have, like, it's giving Virgo energy, somebody who, like, a perfectionist, like, if I'm not perfect, it's not going to work, so I can't possibly do this. But they've been doing this the whole time, which has been consistently sabotaging your relationship, because they can't do it if it's not perfect, and they have to know all the details. But the thing is, this person is showing up as a little wishy-washy. Ten of Wands, like almost like they don't know what they really want, or when they have settled on what they want, they're not taking action towards it. Because Ten of Wands, they might feel burdened. The Hermit feels safe because they're just in their hermit by themselves. And Strength reversed with the Knight of Wands. Like I'm ready to go after him, but I'm scared. I'm going to do it. Oh, but I'm terrified. It's almost like you have just an insane effect on this person. Is there any last thing, Spirit, before I close out this reading? Nine of Wands, Ten of Wands. This person's been through the ringer. Ten of Pentacles. Two of Cups. This person has a really hard time with relationships in general, it feels like, with the Devil. They're trying right now, realizing all of their relationships. Like, Ten of Wands, Nine of Wands, the Hermit. this person might be realizing past relationships, not just the one with you, but all of the previous relationships, and how they self-sabotage or how they've destroyed, like how exhausted relationships have made them throughout their life. And they're realizing, why are these relationships so hard? Why are they so bad at love, is what I just heard. Why am I so bad at love? And it's because they're not fair. This person's not just, they're not kind. There's not equal give and take either. They're giving too much, or they're taking too much. They don't know how to 50-50. They don't know how to be just and fair. 8 of Pentacles reverse. And because they never knew how to work on themselves. It wasn't ever a team effort in relationships before. It was passionate. They would fall in love. They would be intense, but they never worked out a contract or a belief system or a sense of love where things would be back and forth, like mutually supportive. It's always been a struggle, a war in relationships here with the 4 of Pentacles. It's caused them to become reserved and hold back a lot of their feelings. They don't let themselves fall in love anymore, and it's isolated them. It's caused them to hold back themselves and isolate themselves in love because they're scared of they're scared of being vulnerable and getting hurt. Interesting. But now they're realizing what they need to do to overcome this situation and have like what it means to not take the steps forward. I feel like there's some sort of karmic backlash if this person doesn't take further action. Interesting. That's your reading, guys. I hope you enjoyed. I had a good time pulling cards for you today. I love checking in on the energy of my collective. If you guys are interested in booking a reading with me, go ahead and message me on Instagram or TikTok. Otherwise, have a beautiful rest of your day. Have a good night.